Hi, this is Team Ankle Breakers. We are Amar and Aditya, and we want to present our network science project titled Enron Email Network Analysis.
Enron was an American organization specializing in energy, commodities, and services who went through some fraudulent activities, which led to its bankruptcy in the late 2001. The Enron scandal involves Enron duping the regulators by resorting to off the books accounting practices and incorporating fake holdings. The dataset we are using is the Enron corpus, which contains data of over 500,000 emails between its employees, which was obtained by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission during the investigation of its collapse.
The initial dataset contains only two columns. The message column had to be parsed and mined in order to get the date, sender, recipient, and text columns. Once these columns were created, we were able to get the dataset network ready. We have only utilized a subset of the 600,000 rows for our analysis.
From the subset of the data we extracted, we derived the following preliminary analysis that shows the in-degree and out-degree distribution of emails and key player in our subset. Using this knowledge of key players, we based our analysis and findings around these employees. As you can see, Sally Beck, Don Brogman are a few employees who are prominent in this subnetwork.
This is our first network-based visualization of the Enron corpus. We identified different communities in the organization, which might be the underlying teams. Utilizing network-based metrics such as degree, we were able to identify the key players in each community. We have sized the nodes based on betweenness centrality, which signifies how prominent they are when it comes to flow of information in the network.
In this directed graph, the weight of each edge signifies the number of emails between those two nodes. It is clear from this visualization that Sally, the then CEO of the company, is responsible for sending out more emails than any other employee in the subnetwork. We have also depicted the in-degree of each node by its size, where Michelle Cash and Don Bogman have high in-degree, which is primarily coming from employees out of the subnetwork.
Since we also have the text transcript of the email available, we wanted to analyze the network based on the keywords used. This could help us identify some interesting subnetworks uncovered from emails. For our first text-based analysis, we filtered email exchanges involving keywords such as depth, stocks, loss, since Enron was a company involved in a lot of fraudulent activity. From the graph, it is evident that Rick Bai, who was the chief risk officer then, was involved with the largest emails in the network. Using this information, we can speculate that his involvement or knowledge of the scandalous activities at Enron.
In this text-based analysis, we use keywords related to termination and resignation. During this period, Enron experienced a high attrition rate due to the ongoing investigation. We can see Michelle Cash is a prominent person in this graph, as she was the employment lawyer at Enron at the time. She also has the highest degree in the subnetwork. The reason for her importance in this analysis is due to her position as an employment lawyer who oversees terminations and resignations and all the legal proceedings that follow with it between the employee and the employer.
For our last text-based analysis, we wanted to identify employees who were in contact or with talks with high-level leadership, and we filtered on keywords such as stakeholder and shareholder. It is quite natural for Rick Bai to be the most prominent in this network, as we can see. Salary Beck has the highest out degree for emails. One thing to notice here is that Sally Beck was in contact with Cassandra Schultz multiple times. Cassandra Schultz was in trial for conspiracy and fraud over a time during Enron.
To briefly summarize our findings, we were able to detect clusters that could identify departments within the organization. We were able to identify targeted personnel by using text-based analysis method on the email text. An important thing to note is we've only used a small subset of the entire data. These findings and analysis could be different when we carry out the same analysis on the entire network. Thank you.